You are not boring. I know your life experiences might have proven you otherwise. I know you believe you are, but trust me, you are not boring. Perhaps you've just misinterpreted everything so far, but the most important thing is that we have proof that you are not boring. There have been moments where you've been having a really good time. You've made nice memories with people, nice bonds. You felt fantastic, you've laughed so much. You've even been charismatic at times, even the most charismatic and funny person in the room. So, how can you possibly believe that you are boring, given the circumstances? What's boring in your mind? What's this concept of being boring? Is it just not being at the absolute best version of you every single time? Because if that's the case, then you have to realize it's just an unrealistic expectation. And I've been there myself. I assume this is how it works for you as well, where you start with these high expectations. You want yourself to perform at your best in a social setting. And if you're not feeling like, if you're not feeling at your best in that day, and for whatever reason you're not able to reach that high point, you start feeling anxious because you can't reach your potential. And from there, all sorts of pressure starts arising. So you start feeling like you have to perform, like you have to put in more effort because you're not good enough. And when you do that, you're bound to be boring. And not even boring, but you will just be perceived as a tryhard. Because instead of socializing to show yourself to the world, to give your gift as a human to the people around you, all you want to do is receive. You want to receive their validation. Because that's why you want to be good enough, right? It's a very selfish pursuit to play up to this character only to get validation of others, to receive. You don't feel good enough within, so you outsource it to other people and you beg for it every single time. Please tell me I'm good enough, left and right, everyone. Look, I'm playing to this character. I'm doing so great. Please tell me I'm good enough. Because maybe, just maybe, I will believe it eventually. But will you ever believe it? Not with this approach. This approach is guaranteed to always make you wanting more and more and more. And even when you reach the heights of society, you will still want more. Even if you get 1 million likes on social media, you will still want more. Maybe not more of the same, but you will find something else to outsource your happiness to. So there is a version of you that's really able to have a fantastic social experience, to never run out of things to say, basically. And what's that version of you? It's the flow state version of you, the one that has no distractions from the outside. So what are the distractions from the outside? It's just your overthinking. When your overthinking is gone, you are in a flow state. When you don't have to compute whether or not you're charismatic and cool and looking like you are the most confident person and you're funny. When you stop caring of all these shallow pursuits, you become who you are. You become who you were meant to be. You become more authentic and you reach the flow state. And when you are in the flow state, all those filters that your thoughts go through before coming outside through your mouth, they just dissipate. And your thoughts can flow freely instead of you just taking pauses and, feeling like you have to optimize the way you talk and the things that you talk about. And that's reachable, definitely. That's so within reach, you probably don't even realize it. Because you see people around you that manage to do this very often. And you've been able to do this sometime, I'm absolutely certain of it. Where you've just talked without the slightest pressure, without the slightest expectation of performance from yourself. So you've been able to flow, you've had no distractions. That voice wasn't changing and optimizing every single sentence that is to come out. You were just there to be. Wasn't it beautiful? It was probably those were probably among the best social experiences you've ever had, because those were the only times you've really felt like a normal human being is supposed to feel while talking to other people. So, you are not really boring then, are you? But you can be if you keep pursuing the wrong things, if you keep trying to be charismatic and cool. Because at the end of the day, it's all about flow. The voices are already talking in your mind. They will always keep talking. How can you say that you have nothing to say? Your voices are always generating something. All you have to do is remove the blockage, and then everything is able to flow properly, and it's able to flow how it's meant to flow. Because you are meant to talk more freely. As a child, you did. That's the truth. You used to talk so freely and even say a lot of stupid things. And then social conditioning came, and you started disowning who you really are, your real tendencies, your real thoughts, replacing them with what's actually socially acceptable. And where has that gotten you? Not in a very happy place, is it? Because if very young, the very young version of you were to experience what you're currently experiencing now, all of this pressure and tension, they would just feel like they're being put in a prison cell all of a sudden. They would feel unjust. And you just keep coping and saying that, yeah, but it's fine, it's okay, I don't really get rejected like this. I'm able to blend in. Yeah, I'm boring, whatever, things don't really come. I'm not the most chatty person in the room, so I'm a bit more boring, but you believe that's safe. So you keep playing it that way, although you kind of wish you were more in the center of attention. So which one of it is it? Do you want to be in the center of attention, or do you want to be invisible? Because to me it sounds like you want a bit of both. The only right answer with this is that you have to be how you feel like being. Despite the fact that you are a logical person, trust me, I am extremely logical myself. I've always just tried to find a formula for everything, something logical that just clicks and makes sense. But there's no need for that right now. We need to embrace our intuition more. Despite even if you're unable to tap into your intuition consciously, because truth be told, if you haven't, and this is me by the way, we haven't been able to listen to our intuition for so long, and we forgot how it is to actually manage to do it and to listen to our intuition properly. We don't know which one of those voices is the intuition. But for starters, you can just be guided by your feelings more, not by your feelings that will lead you to indulge into pleasure and to become a junkie, obviously, but on a smaller scale. Be guided by your feelings, because they want the best for you at the end of the day. Again, not the chimp, but your feelings as, I don't know, your intelligent feelings, let's put it that way.